Hey, 8th grade, welcome back. We're going to start talking about understanding weather maps and how to read them today. So, let's start by talking about who makes weather maps. Meteorologists are scientists who study the causes of weather and then attempt to predict it based on trends that they see. They use maps, charts, and computers to analyze weather data and to prepare for these weather forecasts. So there's some different technology that is involved. One is called a weather balloon, and it looks something like this. We also use weather satellites, like this one above here, automated weather stations, as well as computer forecasts. And this is the type of images that we can get back from weather satellites. So in order to create these weather maps, which is what you see when you watch the Weather Channel, there's standard symbols on weather maps that show fronts, areas of high and low pressure, types of precipitation, as well as the temperatures. So there's some of the symbols you might see are something like these front symbols, which we talked about last week with the cold front, the warm front, the stationaries, and the occluded. And then also we have H, usually an H with a circle around it for high pressure and an L for low pressure. So if we were to look at this weather map and kind of dissect it, you see that the major low pressure areas are shown with an L like we talked about, and the high pressure areas with an H. The raindrops that are slanted lines and snowflake symbols show precipitation. So you see these snowflake, you see the raindrops, and then so you kind of see the different types of precipitation around. The triangles in the point in the direction that the actual front is moving. So if you see triangles facing east, you know that front is moving east and bringing that weather along with it. And the half circles show the direction that a warm front is moving. So on this map, you see only cold fronts and warm fronts, but we know that there can be occluded and stationary. Now, you'll also notice these numbers around the cities. These show highs and lows for the day, the highest temperature and the lowest temperature that it could reach. And you'll also notice that there is a color coding system that kind of shows you these ranges of temperatures. So where it's going to be cold, where it's going to be a little bit chilly, and so on down. You'll also notice you might see things like windy symbols on there as well, but these color gradients tend to be somewhere from like blue to red that shows cool to warm. So what are the limits of weather maps? Weather forecasting is essentially modeling, and with any modeling, there's always inaccuracies that you can expect because there's a lot of unexpected inputs into the system. So if anything were to shift directions, you might see an unexpected input into the system, but modeling is essentially that. It always has some limitations and always has some inaccuracies that you can expect. Go ahead and move on to your worksheet for today. Once you're done, there's a video that you can watch that's posted on the website that's shows a meteorologist giving an actual weather forecast.